Hey there, fellow leatherworkers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, episode 33, Leatherworking. Alright, I might have to go lower than I currently am. That's what my current assumption is. Borax in large amounts. It's got to be underneath me. Because if this was small and that's large, then it's underneath me somewhere. Oh, it's literally, I'm staring at it. Yes! I've never been so happy to get borax. God, that was a search last stream. And here I was, I had prospected it and just didn't bother to dig. Mostly because I was naked, afraid, getting murdered by bears, unarmored, and starving. And that's not like a great position to be in. But this borax would be lovely. Lovely. Put this to good use. So it's possible that the other spot that I have marked over there is also borax. So before I leave, I'll do a borehole over there and do some node searching for it. So to reiterate the benefit of this borax, borax is actually used for two separate things. Borax is used to, if I go to iron anvil, the iron anvils are made in two parts. So you mine a bunch of iron, you turn it into ingots, and then you merge those two ingots into a top part of the anvil and a bottom part of the anvil. And then you have to merge the two parts of the anvil together with borax. So not only will borax help me to leatherwork, but it can also allow me to make an iron anvil. So after this, if you guys want me to go search for iron, I can take that iron and make it into iron picks, iron anvil, iron shield. And then with this borax, I can start the process of leatherworking where then when the iron and the leather are done, I can make myself like iron chainmail or something like that to add another armor tier to myself. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Cannot stress enough how good that is. I'll celebrate this with a meal. A very small meal. Try that again. Creepy cave music. Have I reached Age Iron? No, but I'm definitely poised to enter it. And the big thing about the why would you make an iron anvil if I already have a bronze one? You cannot work steel on an iron anvil. You can work iron on a bronze anvil. I mean, no, I said that wrong. You can't work steel on a bronze anvil. So you need to upgrade your bronze anvil to an iron anvil if you want to start working steel. So if I don't necessarily need to rush to make an iron anvil, because the bronze one will do until I start to make my own steel. But if I want to be able to use the steel that I make in any meaningful way, I would need an anvil for it. This is a lot of borax, too. I already have more than 64. And if I'm not mistaken, borax cannot spawn in granite. So last stream I mentioned if you start a new world and you see nothing but granite around you, get a new world seed, because granite, as it is not Granite doesn't allow for some critical things to spawn in it, like borax, or salt, or lime type stuff. What can be forged? I'm not actually sure if meteoric iron can be on a bronze anvil. I forget. I'd have to wiki it. You need iron to smith meteoric? Okay. Well, all the more reason to have borax, I suppose. Is there a surface indication of a borax deposit? Like with copper resources, you can get borax bits? Yes. And it's possible that right over my head, somewhere on the surface, there is borax bits. That's just not a super reliable way to find it. Borax. You have to be very eagle-eyed. Also because borax bits kind of looks like flint, if I recall. And other stone, it doesn't stand out like the shiny copper does. Holy moly, how much borax is in here? I mean, I want it all, but I have like 100 now. What am I ditching? Shale stone? Which is funny, because I'm just going to keep picking it back up. Where was I mining? You can hear all the wolves outside. They want to eat me. Or something. I'm not sure what they want. Maybe not eat me. Alright, I think I'm... Nope, I see a little bit more. But then I'll start doing node searches. Because it'd be wonderful not to have to, like, hunt for borax again. And just be like, alright, there's enough borax for life. So I'll do a node search here. Trace. Do one over here. Trace. Trace. So there's a tiny bit of borax around. It might, given that I have 128, it's like not super crucial that I find every last ounce. What time is it outside? It's 5 p.m. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here and not try to get every last ounce, as I have plenty to start leatherworking already. Oh, no. Yeah, take the lantern. I don't care about the chunks. Where the hell's the out? So I will, look. Flint. Shale. Yeah, there wasn't, as far as I could tell, any borax bits here. Screaming, hey, there's borax down here. Well, while I'm out here, I'm going to do a quick node search on the other prospecting point over this way. So if I ever do need more borax, I'll do a node search here too. If I ever do need more borax, I can just as easily know where to come. So nothing nearby there. Which isn't, that doesn't necessarily scream there's no borax, because I'm not doing an intensive node search of like a borehole or whatever. Because one tiny little node search is often not enough to it's certainly no verification, because it's only a 6x6x6 cube shape. None. I'll do a slightly bigger node search, or deeper node search. Because it's not that far out of my way. Nope. Okay. Well, let's get this stuff home. Start our lime wash. So, current priority right now is start making leather. One thing I might want to do is to... So, first I'll explain sort of the leather making process so that you understand it. And then I'll explain what the next step is. So, the leather making process is a multi-staged process where the first stage is that you have to put leather into a lime or borax wash. Diluted borax or lime. So that is to fill a barrel with water and then to add borax or lime into it until it becomes a solution. And the barrel will tell you once you've hit the threshold. And then once you've done that, you stick your pelts in and seal up the barrel for a few days. I think 3 days. I forget exactly how long. And then it will become a treated pelt. Then you take a knife and you scrape the pelt, and then you stick it in wig tannin and seal it for more time. And then once that tannin rinse or whatever you want to call it is done, you know what? I have a free inventory slot for the copper. I'm gonna take it this time. I don't think I need to mark these down though. Like, I have enough copper close to the base. It's probably unnecessary. And then then you do a weak tannin wash, and then once that's done, you do the same process for a strong tannin wash. And then when it's all over, instead of having pelts, you're left with leather. And you can use that leather for armor or backpacks or whatever. So that's the process, and it does take a while. I think the total time is like an in-game week or so. Don't quote me, but it's roughly... Oh, hello. Yeah, you don't want any. I'll throw stuff at you. Wow, that was a horrible throw. I'm wearing armor, so my my accuracy with the spears is worse as a result of just functionally wearing armor. If you were wondering why my throws were like wildly off. Alright, I am out of meals, but like, I'm not too concerned. We'll probably make it home. You want some? I need the leather. That one was easy. Oh, this one actually gave me fat. The others were not fat. That's why I don't really bother killing the puny wolves. The low weight, or the puny any animal for that matter, is I'm mostly looking for animal fat. In this case, like, I do need pelts. So or hides. I should call them hides. They're not pelts yet. Pelts is an entirely different process. That is a lot of mushrooms. Pelts is an entirely different process where you oil it up with animal fat and then cure it. The leather making process, you take hides and not pelts. And I've said that wrong and probably confused the hell out of you. So once you're like wearing armor like I am, sort of the strategy during combat, or at least my strategy, is to crouch, raise the shield up, and just like sword away. Works real well. There's a few enemies you might not want to do that with that are like, do hella damage. Alright. A little drifter is not even worth my time fighting. They're too puny. Might give flax fiber, but kind of too puny. Yeah, double-headed drifter. Yeah, like double-headed drifter, and there's other enemies as well, without spoiling too much, that are just like, yeah, you're gonna need a different strategy. Out-tanking it ain't gonna work. I hate this forest. Don't make me literally, you know what? I'm like half of a mind to just plow right through and then use the granite blocks, the granite stones to make cobblestone. My shovel's gonna break pretty soon. There we go. Yeah, if your map gen has like terrain like this, it is not unreasonable to like make a nice shovel and pick and just like plow through the mountainside. Especially once you have torch holders. Like if you go dungeon spelunking, you end up with a bunch of like ancient torch holders or something like that. Because then you can actually illuminate your little tunnel to prevent drifters spawning, and have a rapid passageway that avoids stupid animals and mountains and the like. Stupid drifter, stop throwing crap at me. No, you're not worth my time. Also, not a terrible idea if you wanted to do like proper pathfinding, to find a good path through, oh my god, through terrible terrain and like mark it down on your map so that you just follow your mini-map back. Because like, because of the lack of daylight, I'm clearly taking a horrible, no good, really terrible, really inefficient way home because I just don't know where I am. And I'm like almost falling to my doom. What the hell? How up in the mountains am I? My y-axis is not that high. I think if I head south, I enter the plains, and it'll be a lot easier to get through. Yeah, let's do that. This is what, fire clay? Cool. All right, question for you guys. If you want me to do even more leatherworking, like collect a lot more hides so I have a big run of leather, vote for that. If you want me to work again on food security, you're welcome to vote there. If you want me to try to find iron so that I can start the iron making, vote for that. Pretty straightforward. Or other viewer suggested projects. So if you have your own thoughts about it, you can vote for 4. Come on, shovel. Don't break on me, please. I know I'm abusing you. Wow, my armor did not get much damage. Oh, I'm This is awful. The game's like, alright, we threw you a bone with the borax, so prepare to have the worst journey home imagine. I mean, it could be worse. That could be in a temporal storm. So, count my blessings. Need to learn to fly? Yeah, right. Just turn on creative mode and fly around. Remy Chromite. I don't think I've ever been in this neck of the woods. I mean, it's hard to say. Nothing looks familiar because everything's dark. Oh, no, I kind of have. What's cool is I see some lights on the horizon, and I'm pretty sure it's my base. Alright, this terrain is super dangerous. Because it's like all canyons. And one misstep and you're in for a bad fall. Still, I'd take this over the frickin' mountains I was in. Any day of the week. Cue temporal storm warnings. Rainfall almost all the time is the current rainfall that I'm in. Really? I see a bunch of sand. Seems like dunes to me. Here's my base. You can see it. You can see the smithy from here. Home sweet home. Alright, first, the bushmeat should be cooked. But not on a pot. I don't know what I'm doing. Because bushmeat, yeah, are never involved in meals. Oh, I brought home a stack of shale stone. I feel, you know what? I'm going to throw that in the river. Nothing like a little bushmeat and peat, right? I'm sure that tastes delicious. Right, armor's put away. I'm about to have some bushmeat to eat. Although, you know what? My protein is really high. My protein needs. But I'll probably just eat the bushmeat anyway, because otherwise it would just spoil. Bushmeat, unless I have salt, there's nothing you can do with bushmeat other than just cook it. You can hear all the water. Swoosh. So, borax. You can take borax and grind it into powdered borax, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing. And then I'm going to need to make a barrel for the lime wash, or the diluted borax wash. Time for barrel number 3 indeed. You guessed it. All right, we'll go with continuing to do leatherworking. I'll try to do I'll think about it. I want to try to make as much leather as I can for like backpacks and armor. And each size hide needs its own barrel. So I might do medium and large only, rather than medium, large, small. I don't have any huge because I haven't killed bears. But that might mean killing more medium and large animals so that I can run a big batch. And making more tannin. I might do a double batch of medium and large just to max it out. But, alright, I do have some borax now. Let's put this away. Run out of space. For the leatherworking stuff, I'll just put a reed chest here, which will have my borax and the raw hides. At some point, I'll want more barrels, but that time is not now. Get a little bit of clay. And another thing I probably ought to do is, once it's maybe a light out, is to do bees and crops. Kind of every time I'm home, I need to think like, oh, bees need treating, crops need tending, etc. Yes, Jenga. So the plan is to put a third barrel here, maybe here. Have them in order, left to right, because it does go wash, weak, strong. That might make more sense, meaning that the reed might move. So barrels. Let's get some sticks and planks. I did this backwards, didn't I? I'm really good at that. I have, like, such a goldfish memory for things like that. And, let's... grab the water barrel. And fill up. No, not 1 liter water. Holding the wrong key here. What is it? It's... oh, just right-click. Yeah, filling up the barrel, all 50 liters. Done. Now, it's possible that I'll have a second processed barrel of these. I'm not sure yet. The next stage is to make the diluted borax wash. So you can just drop these in one at a time until it hits and becomes diluted borax. Done. So 20. And then you'd take your hides and stick them in. So I can do 9 hides right now, and it soaks for 18 hours. Yeah, let's just do that. Seal. Question for you guys. Should I set up a second tannin barrels for the large hides? So the borax washes go pretty quick, only 18 hours. So I don't think it's absolutely necessary for me to have a second borax wash barrel, because in 18 hours I can stick the large hides in. But the tannin washes take much longer, so it does in that case make sense to have a redundant tannin barrels if I want to do high volume of leatherworking. So 1 minute to vote on that. Dryden, thank you for the resub. $50 months. This game looks really cool. It is a lot of fun. It is definitely a lot of fun. It is 5 in the morning. Okay, so it's going to be light out. I just want to grind up the rest of the borax that I shoved in here. Breathing in powdered borax. That allows me to be fire breathing as far as ants are concerned. So here you can see the turnips, stunted due to heat, will only produce 50% of its produce. And then if we check the seeds, it's because it's heat resistant until 27 Celsius. And it right now it's in the morning, but it typically gets hotter than 27 Celsius where we live, which is why it was stunted. Oh, my spelt is good. So a quick side task of managing my crops. This flax is almost grown. Onions are done. So this here has... Oh, I added fertilizer to it. We'll just put the seeds back, I guess. But I need P or K crops for here. And I don't think I have other seeds. Oh, no, these are N? Yeah, P or K crops. I don't think I have P or K crop seeds anywhere. Meaning that, like, I have to be very careful about this being fallow, because fallow invites rabbits. Alternatively, what I'll probably end up doing is just simply digging up the soil and throwing it out, and then putting new, fresh, medium soil down so that I don't run into rabbit problems. As that's a very easy solution. And my medium soil is already upstairs. So once I'm done managing the farm a little bit, I will I'll go ahead and set up another tannin barrel. Hey, Tannering. Thank you for the sub, man. And I got some extra... Oh, I missed this one. I got one extra seed. The tilled soil does not return to you. As you've probably noticed when you dig it up. Which makes throwing out your extra farm soils that you don't want to use anymore really, really easy. It also means that, like, once you put down terra preta or compost, you don't move it because you'll lose it. All right, anything else is done? Yeah, as you can see, all this rye is heat stunted as well, but I had room, so I threw it down anyway. So I think everything that is matured here is done. The turnips and the onions are very close, though. What about the bees? Says, yeah, nearby flowers 117, 106. Every skep is populated. Every single one has bees in it. So, sooner or later, that will be a good yield. And look at all this spelt grain I have. Holy moly. At some point, I suppose having me make a bread oven would not be would be a good thing to do. So, you guys wanted a second tannin barrels? Let's get that built. So I am going to need to not only set up tannin barrels, but then also get some oak so that I can make tannin out of the oak. So just like the last one, we'll have weak on the left, strong on the right. And I need to go track down my water barrel again. Or bucket. Where'd I put the bucket? That's honey. Oh, right here. Setting up a like a permanent water block next to my barrels is not like an unreasonable thing to do at some point, so I can fill them up a little bit easier. This also really helps next to your kitchen so that you can make soups without having to like run out to lake water constantly. Also, what is that? My water leaking? Dang it. I have a water leak? I don't like it. I'll just put the water barrel there. Or bucket. Alright, oak. Yeah, apparently I have a leaky roof. I don't care. It's fine. Let's put the hoe away. Grab the axe. So if I was an oak tree... Well, first, I suppose I could check to see if I have any oak in here. But no, it's all pine and birch. So in terms of tannin, if you're ever wondering, that should be in the guide, the leather making guide. And step 1, obtain raw hide, seal them in a barrel with lime water or borax. Remove the soaked hide and scrape it with a knife. Put the scraped hide in weak tannin for 4 days. Prepared hide into strong tannin for 4.5 days, and then it will turn to leather. But as far as tannin goes, tannin is either oak or acacia. It's saying just oak, but it's one or the other. So it's not just these like pine trees that are out here. I have to go find oak. Because you all wanted double barrels. Which makes sense, because the tannin process takes about a week. So having 2 barrels allows me to essentially double the throughput, because the borax wash is not the long part of that process. My house looks better each stream. That's the intention. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 7th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind for this series I ask for no spoilers or backseating. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. And if you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.